Hi lovelies, welcome to today's live stream. It's Beauty Club Day here in the studio and I'm really excited because today I've had so many people messaging me saying, Monique, can you do a no makeup look? And I thought, well, you have to start with firstly no makeup. So if you start with me right now and then you see me at the end of the show, I'll look really similar, but I'll look a lot more polished. I'll look a lot more finished, and I'll show you the tips and tricks that I know from being a qualified makeup artist and how you don't need a million products to actually get a really good result in a really small amount of time as well. It's about knowing what to do. So if we haven't met before, kia ora, I'm Monique Bradley. I'm here in New Zealand, in Auckland, which is the biggest city in New Zealand, and I'm absolutely obsessed with makeup. I'm also a web TV host, and I've been working in film and television for, gosh, 25 years. And I, in particular, love to do product demonstrations or love to show you how products might work, and I really enjoy it, and I love that you guys join me for these live streams. So whether it's food, whether it's anything to do with living or lifestyle, health, beauty, makeup, or the clothes that we wear, I'm all about looking and feeling fabulous. So right now I look a little vulnerable, to be fair. So with no makeup, I very rarely ever go out without makeup. So I decided today I would grin and bear it and then show you what that transformation is like. So first of all, the reason why I didn't used to wear no makeup at all is the fact that for the last sort of 20 years, I've had really severe pigmentation. So I only have a couple of patches left. So I have a little patch here and a couple of little tiny patches up on my forehead. So the reason I had that is from hormonal changes and from spending too much time in the sun without using sunblock. So the first tip I can give you is every day you should be wearing sunblock. It's super important to look after your skin, and it helps prevent those signs of premature aging. So shout out to Kathy Organics. They make an amazing sunblock that I use all the time, and it's SPF 50, which is what we need here in New Zealand. So that's the first step. So I would never go out without makeup. Now I can actually opt for a really sheer no makeup look, which is what I'm about to show you. And here's the steps that I follow. First of all, it's about prepping the skin. So Kathy Organics produces amazing New Zealand products. It's all based on natural ingredients from our environment that deliver incredible results without loads of chemicals, with no nasties, no bleaches, and nothing that's going to really irritate your skin. Basically, it's made from things like almond or apricot kernel oil, you know, things like that, which are really good for the skin, things that our bodies are designed to understand, natural ingredients that our bodies can tolerate, and in fact, their healing properties are incredible. So, first of all, I'm going to prep my skin, and the product that I use to prep my skin is actually marula rich moisturizer. So marula is actually a nut that comes from Africa, and it's loaded with incredible properties which are there designed basically to help build the lipid barrier in the skin. It helps with hydration and fighting those signs of premature aging, which are often caused, in fact, by dehydration of the skin and overexposure from the sun. Now, what I normally do with the marula rich moisturizer, why I use this as a primer, is it finishes really matte. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to end up looking like a shiny, greasy oil slick, particularly if you're like me and you're in your mid-40s, or you might be going through menopause, and you might notice that your skin is starting to get a little greasier, even if your skin was naturally always, like mine, really prone to dryness. Our skin changes as we mature. So what we want to do is we want to add moisture and hydration and nourishment without looking greasy, because essentially nobody wants that, right? There is a different look between looking greasy and dewy. So a dewy makeup look, which I'm also going to show you, is one where your skin will look younger and fresher. When you get older, you tend not to have that. That's the look that a younger person might have on their skin. However, if you want to achieve that, you can do that simply. So I'm actually blending that moisturizer in with a brush because it saves me time. And also, you've got to remember too, we have a lot of dirt and grit and muck on our hands, and I don't want to be putting that all over my skin, so I always opt for a brush. Oh, hi everybody watching the stream today. Hi Donna Angel, good to see you. Okay, so pop all my moisturizer on there. Now, if I was going for a dewy makeup look, which is still fabulous for no makeup, I would take a cream or liquid foundation. I'll show you on the back of my hand. I would pop a little bit of foundation onto my hand, and I would actually mix it in with a drop of, this is Kathy Organics Rosehip Oil. Absolutely fantastic. And what this does, this product in particular, is really good to help with the signs of aging. So it will help counteract the signs of aging, in fact. And it's also got properties in there which help beautifully with the breaking down and slowing down, oops, I better turn that around for you, of pigmentation. So this is one of the products I've used. It's called Rosehip Oil Brightening Plus. Again, this is a really pure, beautiful, natural product and really good for the skin. So if you're going for a beautiful kind of dewy look with your with your foundation, when you want to go for that no makeup look, you simply mix that drop of rosehip oil in with your foundation, and you'll end up with a lighter coverage, which is good for a no makeup look. You'll get a beautiful blend, and the great part is that see how that looks kind of glowy and dewy? You'll end up with hydration right throughout the day, and that's super important, particularly if you're working in an office environment and you're really struggling with the effects of air conditioning and things like that. So that'll give you a nice coverage, but it won't be as thick as when you wear a full face of foundation. So it's a really, really nice light option. Oh, hi everybody watching. It's good to see you guys. Okay, so if you're like me and you really are striving for that beautiful no makeup look, I'll just wipe that off my hand. One of the products that I love and I use all the time is in fact this product here, which I've just loaded into my website. It's a product by a company called Natural Glow, which I have loved since I was in my very late teens. So I've used the same products for, gosh, 20 years. And I love them. Natural Glow has been a New Zealand company that's been around for such a long time. A lot of you will remember, if you're a Kiwi, you might remember TV presenter Suzanne Paul, who was the face of Natural Glow, and she would talk about thousands of luminous spheres in the product. And the thing is, I keep using it because it is true. The luminous spheres in their products actually reflect the light and give you a really beautiful glow on your skin. But Natural Glow have also expanded their range, and I know a lot of people didn't know this. So Natural Glow is about to make a massive comeback, so you need to keep an eye out for it. It really is amazing. This product here is what I'm going to use and replace in place instead of using a foundation. This is what we call a DD cream. DD cream stands for Daily Defense. It's like a tinted moisturizer, so it has a little bit of sheer coverage in there, like a foundation would. But this has the added bonus. It's got vitamin D in there, and it's got aloe vera. Aloe vera is, of course, fantastic for calming the skin. So you'll notice that when you put it on, it's like it feels lovely on your skin. But at the same time, a daily defense cream means that you've got an SPF in there as well. So if you want that added layer of protection, particularly if you are working outdoors, perhaps you're a caregiver and you're working with kids a lot, or even if you're working indoors, those UVA rays can actually come through the glass and can affect your skin. So UVA rays are all about aging. So if you notice you're working by a window in an office and this hand is slightly darker than the hand that's actually away from the glass, that's because the UVA rays are actually coming through the glass, penetrating it and affecting the pigment in your skin. UVB is the rays that burn us when we're out in the summertime. So something like Daily Defense is a fantastic product to protect your skin and give you a little coverage at the same time. And I'm a huge fan of it. You can actually get it from my website, moniquebradley.tv. So it's already loaded in there. I think I'm one of the only stockists of the product in New Zealand. And for those of you who might have teenagers in your house who are starting to wear makeup, I highly recommend it as well, because there's nothing worse than seeing a teenager with caked on makeup. You want to encourage them to wear something that's going to be a little lighter, because that's actually going to allow their skin to breathe. And why that's good is if your skin can breathe, and the less amount of product that you're actually putting on your skin, the less likely you are to actually have acne as well, because your pores won't be as blocked up. So particularly good for teens. My hair keeps getting caught. Normally I tie my hair back, you see, so forgot to do it today, but that's okay. So that's just given me a nice little bit of cover. So remember, we're looking at no makeup. So I don't want to look like I'm heavily caked up, but I want to look like I've made a little bit of an effort, because I feel that without makeup I look like something from Orange is the New Black, to be fair. So I don't want to look like that. I want to look a little bit like I've put in a bit of effort. Okay, so right, a little bit of coverage. So the key tips when it comes to creating a no makeup look, I'll show you the key tips. The first point is that we start with coverage. So I'll get Pete to pull up the screen. Pete's my producer here in the studio. So to get a good no makeup look, you want to go for coverage. Coverage is your first step. So if you've got a cream foundation like you can see there on the left, You might want to add a little bit of that Rosehip Oil Brightening Plus, a really good product. It will thin out your foundation slightly and give you a slightly more dewy look. Oh, hi Rachel, good to see you. Lucia Devoy, good to see you. Kathy Organics, good to see you guys as well. If you're going for something like a DD cream, or you might have a BB cream or a CC cream, they all kind of do different things. You want to start with Marula Rich Moisturizer. This will give you the perfect matte base and stop you from getting shiny throughout the day. Oh, well, that's how it's worked for me. Of course, every skin type is different, but it works perfectly. From a makeup artist perspective, it works perfectly as a base. Now, the Marula Rich Moisturizer you can actually get from my website as well, moniquebradley.tv, or if you go to the Kathy Organics website, so it's Kathy with an I, C-A-I-T-H-Y. I believe they have gift with purchase this month on their website. Pretty darn exciting. And you can get your DD cream from my website, moniquebradley.tv. Okay, second tip, you can see over there on the right-hand side, tip number 2, we want to conceal and contour. So I've got a camouflage palette, which is what you can see there, and this is normally available through my website as well. There's a Radiessence bronzer that I'm going to show you, and also I've got the Natural Glow Powder Puff, which is one of my absolute favorites at the moment too. Well, in fact, everything in today's live stream is my favorite. Okay, so we'll cut back to the studio so you can have a look. Okay, so I've got my DD cream on, so I know my skin is blended. However, there's a few things I need to do because I know I've got a couple of spots and I've been working till really late, so I actually need to cover up the darkness under my eyes. And the best way to do that is to start with concealing. So I conceal first and make sure I've got a really neutral canvas, and then I add a little bit of contouring. And really, I'm not fussy. I don't even have a brush for this. I do in my makeup kit, but I thought I want to show you what I can do really super fast by using my camouflage kit and a mirror. And the best tip I can share is wash your hands and then use your ring finger, because I just want to pat on a little bit of coverage. I don't want to go really full on with my coverage. I want it to be really light because this is a no makeup look. So I want to find a little bit of color that's going to counteract the color of my spots. So first of all, if you've got red spots on your skin, you may want to add a little bit of green. Green is the absolute opposite in the color spectrum to those red spots. So this will tone down the redness in your skin. For me though, my spots aren't super red, so all I want to do today is cover up a little bit. So I'm going to choose a cover that's a little bit lighter than my skin tone so it will blend in and give me that extra little bit of coverage. So cover up that little spot there. Easy. I mean, we're pretty much done there. So spot over here, a little bit there. I don't know why, but every time I do this, I always close one eye so I can focus. I've done it for years. I'm going to use the same color to cover in just under, there we go, you can see me there, under that eye socket, just to take out a little bit of that darkness. But again, this is about no makeup, so I want to go pretty light, which is why I'm just patting it on. You can also, if you've got a few broken veins like I have in my eyelids, you can also pat a little bit of that concealer into your eyelid. But if you are a little older or you have dehydrated skin around the eyes, you have to be careful because that can actually start creping and it can actually draw attention to that skin rather than camouflaging it. So the way to counteract that is you can try the Kathy Organics eye cream, which is really amazing. I have to talk to you guys here, the right camera. Or the other option is you want to use a powder and you want to actually look at setting that camouflage. I'm going to do that anyway because I don't like to look too dewy or glossy. I like to look relatively matte. So there you go. Kathy Organics do a bunch of amazing products. I don't need to tell you guys, you hear me talking about them all the time because I truly love them. I'm really proud of the fact that they're a New Zealand-based company as well, and that their products aren't tested on animals, and there's no nasties, no parabens, and nothing that can actually upset my skin. That's the most important thing. And speaking from somebody who has really sensitive skin, I've fought for years trying to find products that actually support positive growth of new cells, and that's really what my experience has been like. Like, to go from having terrible pigmentation to having relatively none, like, it's reduced my pigmentation by 85%. So That's what happens when I use the products anyway. So, okay, so I'm going to set all of that with a little bit of pigment powder. So I don't need a heap. You guys have probably seen pigment powders around. You may even have your favorite. Pigment powder is a very forgiving thing. It's very similar to what Natural Glow is all about. It reflects the color of your own skin tone and basically works to give you a little bit of matte coverage. And the great thing about pigment powder is you can actually wear it by a good quality pigment powder you can wear by itself. So you don't even need to wear a lot of foundation or coverage underneath. I, because of my pigmentation, like to have a little extra, and I always make sure I dab it in to around my eye area. So a lot of you may have seen on the internet a thing called baking. That's where you put a huge amount of powder, translucent powder or pigment powder under the eye to create that sort of lighter color, similar to what you see with the Kardashians, and to set the makeup under the eye. Because I have fine lines under my eyes, it doesn't work for me. So if you've tried it and thought you're a complete failure, no, back away. You're amazing just as you are. I just don't think the technique works for skin under the eyes if you do have a little creping or you do have a little bit of those fine lines happening. So I always go very lightly under there, and most importantly, I'm looking for a way to create a neutral canvas. So I still look like I've got no makeup on. I just look a little more even toned, and that's what you want with no makeup. Okay, so pop that down there. The second step after you've finished your coverage is you want to contour. So the best thing to do is to have a look at your face. The bits that stick out too much or look unbalanced are the bits you kind of want to tone down with a little bit of shadow. So for me here, I know I've got what Beyonce calls a 5 head. So my forehead is quite long. I also know I've got these kind of corners on my forehead. So the one thing I want to do is I want to create a little bit of shade through here. Some people have a slightly wider face, like a rounder face. You may want to create a little more shade through here. I know for me, my face looks kind of one sort of oval shape, so I want to create a bit of shadow here, and that's what we do with contouring. Now with the products I've got, there's a couple of ways you can do it. Also for me, because I've lost 40 kilos in weight, I want to create shadow under my chin. So I'm going to show you a couple of different products that you can use to do that. First of all, if you're real brave, oh hi Jan, nice to see you. Hi Ernan, good to see you as well. Lovely having you guys on the stream. Hi Jeffrey, Andrew. Big loves. I can't do a heart. Here we go. Big loves to you for your journey right now, and thank you for sharing everything that you're sharing on Facebook. And I know there's a lot of people looking out for you and sending you lots of love for an amazing recovery. So if you're brave and you want to try using a contouring palette, you want to go for colors like this that you want to pop, almost paint onto your face. And then you could use something like a beauty blender to basically blend that in. So these are the colors down here that you want to use. I am actually too lazy. I am far too lazy to do that. So I actually opt for a powder. If I'm doing, if I've got more time and I know I need to invest time in a really good look and I want to contour my nose a little, I will use these because these are cream products. However, being lazy, I want to go as fast as possible. So when it comes to contouring under my chin and creating shadow and trying to take the attention away from my turkey neck, what I actually do is I use this product. This is the Natural Glow I was speaking of earlier. So if you remember Natural Glow from when you're a teen or in your early 20s, they've now put Natural Glow into a powder puff. I love this. I think this is absolutely genius because you can use it all over your body. Brilliant. So if you've had a spray tan and you need to top up before you're heading out, and you've got maybe a bit patchy through the chest, this is one product that you can actually just pop on and you just literally powder it on. So what that does for me is it's creating that under chin contour. In this instance, because I've just moisturized as well, I need to make sure that I blend it in. But if my skin was completely dry, I'd literally just pop that on and that would all blend in perfectly. So there you go. So that's creating a little shade under here, which is good. So it will make my jaw look cleaner and finer as well. Now I can actually use that same powder puff to contour the top of my head as well. To contour into my cheeks, super easy. However, Natural Glow have also done this product, which is what I'm using as my mirror today. So this is a beautiful, it's It's called More Cover Bronzer Pressed Powder Compact. So this is really good. This is one shade that suits every skin tone. And you can use it as an eyeshadow and everything. It's super amazing. So what I want to do for a contour is I want to take a brush like this. This is actually made of bamboo fiber. Love this brush. And I want to flatten it out a little bit. So I'm going to go like that because I want to contour my cheeks first. So here we go. And literally, I'm going to suck in my cheeks. By the way, a vast array of these products, particularly the Natural Glow ones and Radiessence, which I'm about to show you as well, is going to be loaded into my website over the next few days. So you'll be able to buy directly from my website. You can have happy, fun times shopping. Okay, so there we go. I've created just a tiny bit of contour to give my face a little bit more shape. I mean, that's seriously easy. But I still don't look like, you can still see my freckles. I still don't look like I've got a huge amount, there you are, of makeup on. And that's the beauty of this. I can take the same powder compact and I'm just gonna bronze up the top of my forehead. Here we go. Just to give it a little bit of shape. Otherwise, I think my forehead arrives in a room before I do. You know, it seems like it's a lot of retail space, which is unattended. So I don't want to do that. I want the focus to actually be around my eyes. So there we go. Okay, super simple. So that's just taking the edge off my forehead a little. Perfect. Oh, you're liking it, are you, Rachel? Thank you so much. Very nice. Arvin Sharma, hello back to you. Good stuff. Okay, so love these products, by the way, all of them. All of them are amazing. By the way, I can tell you, hand on heart, I never ever use a product on camera or I talk about anything unless I've personally experienced it, tried it firsthand and had great results. So you can pretty much trust anything that I'm sharing with you is something that I've personally tested. That's my guarantee to you guys. So the next step I want to do, so I've done a little contour here, a little contour here, and a little contour here. I could also use that same product, in fact I will, just to show you, that same product I can use to contour in my eyelids. So when people, I'll show it to you again, fantastic. So when people are often thinking about their eyes, they forget that you've got a crease in your eyelid that you can contour as well. So I'm actually literally going to put some in the crease and then blend it up. So I'll do it again, in the crease and then blend it up. I mean, that's pretty simple. And it just, all it does, because I'm going for no makeup, all it does is just makes me look a little more awake, a little more alert. Let me blend that in there too. See, at the end of the day, while I love makeup and I love the fact that I've trained as a makeup artist and I've been wearing it pretty much every day since I was 10, I also like to save a bit of time and I am pretty lazy, so I want to find the best hacks when it comes to makeup possible. Okay, so that's good. I've contoured my eyes, so you can already see a difference from if you joined me for the beginning of the stream to now. I've got more even skin tone. I've contoured, I've camouflaged, and the other thing I'm going to do to add a little bit of shape is to start adding a little bit of colour. So these are the apples of your cheeks, if you didn't know that before. Oh, Karen Valentine, I'm keen to purchase some Kathy Organics. Have been doing my research, so handy to pop onto Facebook and come across this, Monique. Karen, message me, tell me what your concerns are, and I will tell you exactly the right products for you. So I've been working with the products for 2.5 years, and I know the products implicitly, and I use them every day. My partner Pete uses them every day. Even his daughter Leah, who's 13, when she was doing ballet, we would use their bright cleansing lotion to take off her stage makeup from ballet. When she's got blemishes, she exfoliates. It's really good for teens, for adults, for everybody. So yeah, so send me a message and I'll tell you exactly what you need. Okay, yay. Excellent. So the next thing we want to do is add a little colour to the apples of the cheeks, and this again will make my face, instead of being one-dimensional, it starts to add a little bit of depth, and that's really what we want to do. Big brush here. I love this brush. It gives me a lot of coverage. This is a Natural Glow brush as well, and I believe when you order the Natural Glow bronzer here, you get the brush free. The brush is actually valued at $45 just by itself, and I think the powder compact and the brush is around $49, so I'll have to check those prices for you, but it'll all be loaded onto my website by this weekend. Okay, a little colour to the apples of my cheeks. So I am trying to go really natural. So if you're in a working environment where you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, but you want to look like you've made an effort, this is the look for you. And it comes down to 3 simple steps. So if you've just joined the stream, I'll show you the 3 simple steps that I'm demonstrating in today's show. We'll take a look at it now. First step is to look at coverage. So if you want a glossy, dewy look to your foundation for a light, no makeup look, you take your normal cream foundation or a liquid foundation and you add a drop of Kathy Organics Rosehip Oil Brightening Plus. Amazing. Plus it's really good to fight the signs of aging and it's great for hydration throughout the day. If you don't want to go for a foundation, I use Marula Rich Moisturizer as my base. Really good for evening out the skin tone, and it provides a matte finish to your face, so really good before you apply makeup. And then on top of that, I've actually used today, instead of foundation, a DD cream. It means daily defense, and it's got an SPF 50 in there, plus it's got aloe vera and vitamin D, all great things for your skin. The second thing I've done is I've concealed and contoured, so I used that camouflage palette to cover up a few spots. Then I used the Natural Glow there, and I've used Radiessence to cover my, to put a little color into my apples, and to create a little bit more depth in my face. And the one product that's not on there is the Natural Glow bronzer, but that'll be loaded into my website so you can have a look anyway. Final step, we want to add a little bit more color so we don't look too washed out. And I'm going to do that a couple of ways. I'm going to add a pop of color from that eye makeup palette, which I love, which is already on my website. And I'm using the pinky one, I think it is it even in that picture? No, it's not, but it's called Milk, this palette. And then I'm going to actually add a lip paint for a matte finish, and I'm going to finish up with a gloss on top from Natural Glow. The reason why I'm doing a matte lip paint with a gloss is that if I wore a gloss by itself, often glosses or creamy lipsticks bleed on my skin because I'm getting older. I love the matte colors because they hold the color pigment for a long time, and then adding a hint of gloss adds a little shine. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so I want to add, this is my little eye makeup palette. This is super cool. The color pigments are really, really good, and what I love about it is there's a real variety. So I'm actually only going to add a little bit of that silvery color there to my eyelid between my lash line and the crease. That's purely to add a little bit of definition into my eye. There's a technique, a particular technique, and I'm not going to go into all the details, but it's a makeup artist's trick, and it will actually liven up your eyes. The other thing I'm going to do from this makeup palette is, remember, I'm going for no makeup, so I want to look low maintenance, but I've made an effort. So I'm going to use one of the light bronzer colors, in fact that one, just to go in between my lash line on my bottom lashes. So I'm not even putting on mascara today because I have eyelash extensions. It's a way I save a heap of time every week, so I don't need to, which is fantastic. So and I would absolutely recommend it. I go to Paula from Evelyn Rose Lashes in Glenfield in Auckland. It's like therapy. Seriously, it's an hour where I lie down and I'm not allowed to move. So it's fantastic. Okay, so I'm popping on just that little shimmery color between my lash line and the crease. There we go. Beautiful. And it just defines my eye a little. And then over on the other eye, doing exactly the same thing. A little bit of shimmer between the lash line and my crease. So this is another way to contour your face. There we go. So it looks like I've made a little bit of effort, but it's not too in your face. There's no drag queen action happening here today. Okay, so that was super simple. Underneath my eye, I'm going to take this lighter color too. Oh, hi Pretty, nice to see you on the stream as well. I'm going to take that little light color and I'm actually going to pop it into my lash line underneath my eye for a little definition from the outer corner in. So I'll show you how that looks. Here we go. A little bit of color. And I'm going from the outer corner in. Blend it up. Outer corner in. Beautiful. Outer corner in. Oops. Super simple. And again, it just adds that little bit of definition. So I'm just blending it all in. So you can see this is actually a trick that I learned from the Kardashians. So that's what they do. So super simple, look at that, blended, easy, looks like I've made an effort. And then again, you know, to finish, I literally blend the whole thing together just to make sure it looks seamless, because we don't want to really cut that crease too much. We want it to look like it all works together, not like two colors are having a fight on my face. Okay, so the final thing, well, the almost final thing I do is part of that contouring is the eyebrows. And we forget about this. The definition of the eyebrows is one of the most important things to a face shape. So the way that you know about that is if you've ever seen somebody who's had their, oh, hi Minal, good to see you. If you've ever seen somebody who's had their eyebrows taken off, or you've seen like a drag queen putting on their makeup and the first thing they do is they cover up their eyebrows with makeup to, you know, so you can't see them and they can draw them halfway up their face, it looks weird. So we really want to define the eyebrows, but so you've got a couple of choices there. You can either use like an eyeshadow or a brow powder, which is a similar color to you or the same color as your eyebrow. You could use an eyebrow pencil. Eyebrow pencil, particularly if you're new to putting on makeup, can be a little heavy and a little harsh. So if you're starting out and you want to go for a slightly more natural look and give a little bit of shape to your eyebrows, or if you've got a few blotches, particularly as we get older, women in particular start to lose the outer corners of their eyebrows through hormonal changes, and that can often be linked to thyroid challenges as well, so, or overplucking when we were teenagers, right? So we want to make sure we fill in any gaps and just give a little bit more definition. Minal, it's so nice to see you on the stream. You're a makeup artist I absolutely love, and I love watching the progression of your career as well. It's really exciting to see you in that music video. Congratulations. Okay, so again, I'm going for no makeup. So already you can see a difference between my two eyebrows by adding a little definition here and no definition to the other. One of the things though that really saves you time, I basically had no eyebrows, so I went to my lovely friend Romina from Argentina. So you can see that difference, just a little bit, not too much, but just enough. I went to Romina from Argentina, and I actually, I've had micropigmentation to help rebuild my eyebrows. So that's tattooing on your face, and it just really gave me a lovely framework to work on my face, so I didn't look too weird with half my eyebrows missing, which is quite bizarre. Okay, looking good. And you just really want to fill in those the holes in your eyebrow, or you might notice you might have a few patches, or just to finish off the shape. Where you want your arch to be is from here. So if you take a brush like this, so this is what we call a chisel brush, and this is what I've used to basically help create a line, really good for your through working through your lash line, or if you want to add color close to your lashes, but really good. I use it for my eyebrows as well. So a chisel brush, you can see it because it's got that kind of chiselly shape, which is fantastic. So you can use that. You take your brush and you pop it by your nose and you pop it through your eye, and about there is where you want your arch to be. So right through bisects your eye, and right there is where your arch should be. So I'll show you on the other one. Here we go, look at that. Perfect on both. So I was naturally born with eyebrows that looked like rectangles. So I spent lots of years trying to get them to arch, and it's only since I've had my micropigmentation with Romina that she's actually created a bit of an arch to my eyebrows, which I absolutely love. Minal, oh, lovely to see you too. You're doing a fab job. Oh, thank you so much, Minal. You're so sweet. Okay, so finishing up. So remember, if you've just joined me also, hey, Monique here. Today I'm working to achieve a no makeup look. So if you're working in an office and you want to look a little more presentable without being too fussy, this is a great look for you. So I have broken it down into 3 key steps. The first step that works for me is coverage. So you can see there's 2 options there. On the left, I've used, you've got an option there for a cream coverage, a cream foundation if you love it. So you might be using MAC or whatever you use, or Radiessence, beautiful products, or you can use a liquid foundation. So my tip for a lighter coverage is to add a drop of the Rosehip Oil Brightening Plus from Kathy Organics, a lovely product, and it keeps you hydrated. Over there on the right on number 1 is the other option. So you could use a BB cream, a CC cream, or a DD cream, which is what I've chosen to use today. The reason why I've used a DD cream, it's from Natural Glow. It's called Daily Defense, and it's got an SPF in it, and that's really what I want for my skin, particularly because I'm older and I don't want to grow any more pigmentation on my face. Hi Tracy Lane, you're so sweet. What I've used as the base underneath the DD cream is the Marula Rich Moisturiser from Kathy Organics. It works extremely well. If you're a makeup artist watching this, you've got to try it. It is wonderful for a matte base. The second step I've gone through is concealing and contouring. So if you end up putting on foundation or any sort of face product to give you some coverage and you look like a white ghost and you look like your face is flat, you need to look in particular into contouring. And these are some of the products that I used today. In fact, they're all the products I've used today. And then finally it comes to colour. So we want to add a little pop of colour to the cheeks, the eyes and the lips. And it's that simple. Oh, thank you, whoever's sending the hearts. Oh, Ramina, I was just talking about you today as well. I was just talking about how you've done the micropigmentation for my eyebrows. So eyebrows really frame the face and they're super important to create a good look. And the great thing is once you've had micropigmentation, your eyebrows are always on. Fabulous. Okay, so when it comes to lip paints today, the colour lip paint that I've chosen is number 11 from my own range on my website. This is my most popular range. It's a rose kind of pink colour, dusky rose, whatever you want to call it. The reason why this one works so well is that it's a neutral shade. It's neither warm tone nor cool tone, so it basically suits every skin type. And I really love that about this product, that I don't know how many have sold now. And I've had people coming back going, I need to grab another number 11. So yeah, you can have a look on my website anyway. So the great thing about using a lip paint first is I don't need to use a lip liner. So there's my website, by the way, so you can have a look at my shop on my website. So I can just literally paint this straight on. In fact, it's so well used, there's probably none left, just to teach me a lesson. Here we go. Beautiful. It's so weird putting this on in front of you guys because I can't talk. So it's weird for me to be quiet. Here we go. Yes. Pete, who's my producer and director, just said yes. Thanks, Pete. So you can see there a really neutral shade. Oh, I've just noticed I've accidentally put some darker makeup on there. Good, perfect, looking good. And then finally, because I do love a little pop of gloss. Oh, Karen Valentine, you're wearing number 2 right now. I know, right? These lip paints are insanely good. I love them. I've just got into wearing, I think it's number 8. It's my new favorite. And then I'm going to pop, this is Natural Glow. They released a range of lip glosses. Really lovely product. And what's super cool about this too is it has a mirror on it. Perfect. So this one is a beautiful color. Let me have a look. Runway Red, this one is called. So it looks quite orangey on my screen here, but it's actually it's warm toned pinky red. So I'll pop that on over top. So I could have just left it with the lip paint to achieve that sort of natural matte look. But I wanted to go as natural as possible, but add a little bit of pizzazz. Okay, final thing I need to tell you guys, I have to find the right camera. Final thing I need to tell you with no makeup is if your eyelashes are looking a little grey or a little dusty, so you haven't put on any mascara, chances are it's because you've had powder fall from popping on a shimmery colour above or a lighter colour above. So you've got 2 options. You can either get a mascara wand and you can just simply brush it all off and leave your lashes. However, if the tips of your lashes are really light, they can look really, really short. I have, as I've mentioned, I have extensions, but again, I suffer the same thing. So if I get the eyeshadow dropping down onto my lashes, they can look a little grey. So in photos, it still looks like I don't have huge long eyelashes, which is what I think everybody wants. So I actually have a mascara which is designed for lash extensions. They work beautifully on, it works beautifully on natural lashes as well. So just to show you, I'm just going to tidy up that. And the one thing I love is I actually double mascara. So I put mascara on the top and the bottom. I don't know if that's traditional practice, but that's something I've actually done since I was really, really young. Because there's nothing worse than somebody looking down and all you see is dropped eyeshadow. So it's a way to kind of sweep those eyelashes clean. and getting a really consistent look. So let me have a look. Perfect. There you go. So you can still see my skin. That's really important for a no makeup look. You can still see, you know, I still have freckles. I just got, somebody asked me, a friend of mine from years and years ago said, do you still have freckles? So yes, you can still see my freckles, and I still like I'm not wearing a huge amount of makeup, but I look more polished, I look more finished, and also I actually look like I've got a bit more of a healthy glow than I did when I started the live stream. So it's a lot more flattering on your face, and the best part is people won't ask you if you're feeling sick, because that's what I notice when I don't wear makeup, because people are so used to me wearing it and I look a little insipid without any colour. People are always asking me, Monique, are you okay? So this is the way to stop that conversation from happening. Okay, so before I head away, looking good. And remember, blending is super, super important. Brushes like this are an absolute must-have in your makeup kit. And you'll see here too, I haven't used a lot of products. I haven't even used a lip liner, no eyeliner, nothing. I've gone really, really simple. Oh, Tracy Lane, ignore me, just seen that. Okay, perfect. Can I go back and watch the whole thing? Yes, you can. All of my live streams are always available on my Facebook pages. And what I usually do after a live stream is I take the main feature slide, which I'll show you very shortly. I pop that into my website and I link the video that I've just done, which you're watching right now, into my website as well. So if you ever think, oh, hang on, Monique did a no makeup look, I should go and have a look at that, you can actually find it on my website. So that's another option too. But everything's always, I should turn that around, everything is always usually listed on my website as well. So if you get stuck, or you can always message me and you can find out what it is I'm using and what I'm doing. So a vast number of these products will be available shortly on my website if they're not already. The eyeshadow palette, which you've seen today, comes in four different color ranges. The camouflage palette is not on my website at the moment. It usually is, but it's a really good thing to have in your cupboard, particularly if you get red spots or you've got broken veins. It is really good. And remember, you don't even need a special brush. You can just use your ring finger to dab on that camouflage, so you get that really lovely natural kind of look. Natural Glow about to be loaded into my website. Head to Kathy Organics for the Kathy Organics products, because at the moment I do believe they're giving away for orders over $70 you get a free eye cream as well, which is valued at around $40, and their eye cream is incredible, particularly if you've got creping around the eyes, or if you're noticing you might have fine lines or premature aging, which can often be caused by dehydration. So you can head to their website and you can actually order their products online. Some of the products are available through my website, so if you're going shopping on my site, you can pick up a couple of Kathy Organics products there too. I'm not doing gift with purchase, so that's my little tip. Go to the Kathy Organics website. DD Cream, I believe it's not even available online except through my website. So if you want a lighter coverage, but you don't want to wear just a tinted moisturizer, you want a moisturizer that's got a tint, a little coverage, and an SPF, this is exceptionally good, and it smells really nice too. It's just an absolute pleasure to use. So yeah, there you go. Lip paints and the lip gloss will all be available on my website as well. The lip gloss comes in 4 colors, beautiful, from a gorgeous sort of dark neutral coppery brown through to this gorgeous runway red. Lip paints, which are a great base for your lipstick as well. Lip paints come in 12 colors, everything from a bright pink through to a kind of a mushroomy brown color and a deep brown. Really good products. I use them all the time. Okay, so final takeaway, here's what you need to know when it comes to achieving this no makeup look and looking a little more awake every day. Coverage is important. Those are the products that I was talking about today. The second step that you want to remember is conceal and contour. Really simple, super, super easy. Look, you'll get this whole routine done in 5 minutes. I know I've been a little longer, but you'll be able to do it in 5 minutes. And then add some color. So you'll notice everything starts with the letter C. Coverage, conceal and contour, and color. Everything is done with a small amount of products. You don't need a huge makeup brush kit either. You just need a few strategically placed brushes to get the job done. And you can look fabulous every day. You can do this on the bus, in the car, but don't be driving. Make somebody else drive, of course. You can do it on the bus, in the car, on the train, on the boat. If you're living in Waiheke Island and you want to come through to Auckland Central, or you're living on the shore and you use the boat in the morning, Whatever you do, you can do it your way and everything will actually fit inside your handbag. That's another reason I love these products. So they're really versatile, really compact, and the price points are really, really good. So if you want to look after yourself and you want to look low maintenance, but know you are worth it, these are the products I recommend. All right, time for me to head away. A big thank you to Pete Ward. He is the producer and director of all of my shows, and he's reminding me to remind you guys to head to my website, moniquebradley.tv. There's a huge amount of information on my website, from things that I've done to lose over 40 kilos in weight, through to my obsession with clothing, through to my obsession with food, which I love, and I love cooking and sharing healthy recipes with you guys that might help your health, through to things that you can do to change your mindset if you're feeling less than fabulous, ways that I've overcome things like eating disorders, depression, and really helped find my laser focus to turn my life from drab to dazzle. So if that sounds like you, moniquebradley.tv, and you can shop at the same time. Can life get any better? All right, time to head away. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, Carly Coolidge watching from America. Love you, miss you. We need a Skype really soon. For everybody else that's been watching this live stream, I love you guys. Thank you for being part of my world and for joining my live streams. And as always, stay fabulous. See you guys. See you next time. Bye.